Welcome back to our channel, Mountain Home Rookies. Appreciate you coming here. Please like and subscribe this video if you have the chance. We're going to take you through a journey as we build a home and learning how to do everything from scratch. This is a new adventure for us today. I've hiked up on the property, as you can see. See, it's nice and snowy right in the middle of April. This is a very unique winter up here. Still got about 3 feet of snow or more up here, but come along. Today we're gonna talk about drainage and what becomes of all this white stuff you see around me. So I hiked up to the property today. You can see it's got quite a bit of snow on it still. We're gonna walk through, take a look at where all this snow is going to end up as it melts. It's a pretty nice day today. It's about mid-40s, upper 40s. And the funny part is, in a few days is Easter. This is the middle of April. But let's take a look and see what we got. So in building our home, obviously there's quite a bit of snow up here. One thing we have to make sure we deal with is all this white stuff that we see up here. And right now there's probably 2 to 3 feet of it. As we all know, this white stuff is one thing. It's water. And in the end, water's got to go somewhere. So this little section of paradise right here has probably received about 4 inches of snow this year. That's quite a bit of snow. Comment below if you know how much water that's the equivalent of. There's quite a few calculations on that if you want to know how much water that is. But 400 inches, it's quite a bit of snow. But sure does make it look pretty. So when we talk about drainage, when you find these areas like here, you can kind of see how the water comes down all up the mountain and rolls right through here. So this is the remains of a trail. When there's not snow on it, you'll see it's completely washed out right about there. And that water rolls down to a state-owned culvert and drainage pond right at the bottom. Right there. So we have to be careful when we look at an area like this to make sure that if we put anything here, that we redirect this water to where we need it to go. This is tiring. So if you're in the backcountry, this has nothing to do with about drainage, but make sure you come prepared. As you can see, got my snowshoes, got my poles, got the water of life, and have snacks and equipment. Again, if you ever find yourself buying property like this up in the mountainside, make sure you come prepared if you're going to come out here in the winter, because there's a few feet of snow on here. Without these snowshoes, I'd probably be sinking in the bottom and be completely immobile. So anyway, important things to have: snowshoes and water, and then you'll have lots of fun. So when you're identifying where water is going to come from on your property, having the snow is kind of helpful. You can kind of see when the snow melts. You can see this little washed out area right here. It's going to come down right there. You can kind of follow it up the mountainside there. So when you look at that, anything that you were to build and construct, you got to make sure that you account for where all this water is going to go. And that includes if it rains, and right now with so much snow on there, we know this will be snow melt soon. But either way, you got to account for what to do with all that water. So our driveway, as we've shown in a previous video, will be coming up right here. You can kind of see a big rock right there. Just to the left of that rock, I can kind of point right there. It's going to come up and wrap around up the hill. So what we're trying to do is, if you look at that drainage pond, we're trying to avoid where the water is going to come down and put the driveway above it. And right there on the side of the road, there is a drainage ditch. So we're gonna have to put a culvert underneath the driveway right there. Just make sure the water that comes down on the roadway, make sure it goes right underneath our driveway, hits that little drainage ditch and hits that other culvert, which will redirect it down and down. Eventually it'll hit that river down there. So our driveway will just wrap it around and come up this hill right there, just trying to avoid this little washed out area. And then as we come up, it's going to be a gravel driveway, and we'll have to make sure that we have drainage on it, so when the water comes down the driveway, we don't end up washing it out. So in talking with our excavator, they mentioned putting a good road base down there before you just put your gravel down, so it doesn't sink into the mud. Sounds good to us. I mean, feel free to comment if you have any better ideas or suggestions for us. We're all ears, and we welcome people to give us any suggestions that they have. Well, some say all roads lead to Rome. Up here in the mountains, all water leads downhill. You can kind of see another washed out area right here, but you'd want to be really careful about ever building in an area like that, because the water, as it melts or during a rainstorm, will run down there into that little drainage pod down there where the stay has some culverts set up to send it all the way down to that river down there. Water's always going to go to the lowest elevation. Just want to kind of give you a prime example, if you can see that washed out area. I'm not going to get any closer because I don't know where the snow stops there, and that could easily trigger a little mini avalanche. Thanks for watching this video. We're Mountain Home Rookies, hoping you like and subscribe below. If you have any recommendations, suggestions, what else you want to see, what else we can do, feel free to comment below. Also check out our other videos. We started a small how-to series of various items around the house. Feel free to check that out. Till next time, see ya!